guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. As you're aware, I'm going to be doing a review on quite a few brushes. Okay, I have quite a few makeup brushes to get through. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible, yet as informative as it needs to be. So to start off with, in my hand here I have a handful of my Chanel makeup brushes that I've accumulated over a kind of a long period of time. So they're all of these I'm going to talk to you about. And then in addition, I also have a few from the Dior Backstage collection. So I'll be talking you through these three brushes also. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll change things up slightly because I'm not sure about this layout, but I will get right to it. Okay guys, so I'm ready and I'm here with the first two, and these are the Dior Backstage brushes. I'm going to start off with this one here. This is probably one of my faves out of the whole collection, and the reason I love this is because it is really controlled. The brush is really precise, as you can see, and this helps you to be able to control where you're applying your product. I only use this with powder, and I use this to obviously contour my face. So this brush is great. It's one of my faves. It's nice and clean. It's just been washed and I'm here for it. So I highly recommend this brush. Moving on, I have this brush here, which is a number 14, and it is a powder brush. Now, this is really fluffy. It is still slightly wet because, as I mentioned, I have just washed these brushes because I can't be on here showing you guys dirty makeup brushes. So this one is great. The way I use this is not actually to apply powder, but it's more to like dust away excess powder. So it's perfect for when you're doing your baking. Okay, so when you put your powder on your face, you leave it to bake, and all you want to do is dust it off. Okay, and this is great because the bristles are really big, really fluffy. They're both synthetic fibers, and it just works really nicely and kind of speeds up the process because of the size of the brush. So yeah, I really like this Dior Backstage brushes. Okay, so moving on, I have quite a few Chanel brushes to go through with you. Some of these I don't use very often, and kind of just got caught up in kind of getting a bit of a set going, but I do like them, and I did need new brushes because initially I was using the Bobbi Brown brushes and I had those for years, but they literally just got so scruffy. What I love about these and these is the material used on the base of the brushes. They will last a lot longer than what I had from Bobbi Brown, being like a wooden kind of brush, which obviously didn't stand the test of time. So hopefully these will last a bit longer. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so let me talk to you about some Chanel brushes, and I'll start with this one. This is a blush brush, and I really like this. Now I know that there are blush brushes that have more of like a slope, This one is nice and flat, and it's quite dense, and that is why I really like this, because when you apply the blush and you dust it, so you pat off any excess, and then it's really good at being precise on your face. It doesn't feel flimsy. It feels like you're getting a good amount of product on your face, and it is easy to blend and buff it out. So I'm definitely here for this as a blush brush, and I champion this. I think it's great. Moving on, I have this brush, which is the Fluid Powder or Liquid Foundation brush. Okay, and it's like this, and just to give you a close-up, it's like that. Okay, so I really like this as a foundation brush. I'm used to using the one that's more like a flat brush for foundation. Again, I've washed all my brushes, so that is somewhere drying right now, but this is great, and the reason I love this is the density. Okay, as you can see here, it's super tight. The bristles are really compact, and what that means is you can really get the product on your face precisely where you want it. It's streak free. You do not have any lines, any streaks when you use this brush. So again, I feel like this has to be probably in my top 5 brushes. If I were to have an option as to foundation brushes, I would choose this every time because I love how it applies the foundation to your face, and you can apply it in like circular motions and really get it into the areas that you need it to. So if you're looking for a foundation brush, and in particular from Chanel, this guy is your one. So good. Moving on to this brush, and this is a powder brush from Chanel, and it is really fluffy. It's got a slight tip, so it's like slightly angular, so similar to kind of what you could use for blusher, which is good because it just kind of sits on your face and you can blush up in that direction. Would I buy this brush again? No, I wouldn't. I'm being honest with you. This brush is pretty much similar use to this one, in the sense that I don't like applying product with this because I feel like it's too light. It's too kind of all over the place. It doesn't give me that precise kind of feeling that these two brushes do, and maybe that's my thing. I just like to be able to know where the product's going to go and manipulate it that way. With this one, it spreads, it fans out too much, and I don't think that's good for powder. So what I do like to use this brush for, which is quite rare because I've got other ones that kind of would top this, is similar to this, and that is just brushing off any excess powder, not applying it but brushing it off or taking away shine. Then this is really good. Okay, so that's something I would say not a great purchase. So if you're looking for a powder brush, there are others on the market. I wouldn't recommend this one. I have a brush here that's kind of the lid's fallen off. Right, this one is the Blender and Shader brush from Chanel. The good thing is they have the words written on the back, so you know what you're supposed to be using these brushes for. Now this is obviously one that has a retractable slide. Okay, so the bristles can be protected. Now, I don't use this very often, in fact, hardly ever. Part of my kind of annoyance with this brush is that the lid pulls off. I don't know if this is just like a faulty one, I'm not sure, but the lid drops off all the time, so that's not ideal. The lid's supposed to stay on, surely. I don't know if anyone else has this brush and also has this problem, but that's probably one of my pet peeves with this. Do I like it? I mean, on the go, if you need to kind of blend any concealer, then it's perfect. But other than that, it's not really something that I would pick up when doing my makeup at home. And I don't tend to do my makeup out in public, so will I use this very often? Probably not. I think I just really liked the idea of it in the shop and thought I would use it more, but I don't. So this pretty much stays in a makeup bag here and doesn't get the kind of love that it should. But yeah, it's supposed to be a blender and shader brush. So you have here more of like a flat brush which you use to apply the concealer, and this which is more of a kind of similar to this brush in terms of shape, and you use this for blending out. So blending out any product under your eye. Okay, that's what those are there for. All right. Next Chanel brush I have here is the Definer and Groomer brush, and this is for your brows. And again, it's got the lids on it, but it's not retractable. Nothing slides up to cover the bristles. But this is perfect for your eyebrows. You've obviously got your spoolie on this side, which is perfect for kind of shaping and brushing out your brushes and grooming them, and this one for shaping them and kind of defining. So that is those. The very last brush that I have is my Kabuki brush from Chanel, and I do like this brush. It came in a velvet pouch, I believe. I've lost that. So this kind of sits in my makeup bag like this, which isn't ideal because any product that's on here will then kind of mess up the interior of the bag. But if I'm right, I think it comes in a pouch, right? So then keep the pouch. Don't lose the pouch because you'll be stuck like me with this. But I like this because it's broad, it's super fluffy, and it's perfect for on the go. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to Dior. I have one more brush, and that's the Kabuki brush from Dior. Throwing everything all over the place. This is also retractable, and the bristles don't really spread too much. This one isn't clean, so sorry guys, this is a fairly dirty brush. I'm gonna need to wash this. You always forget one brush, don't you? But anyway, so this is great for on the go. It sheds though, as you can see. I just pulled this brush from it, so I do find, and again there's another one here trying to come out, not great. What I find with this is when I'm using this, there's usually one of these bristles on my face I then have to take off. So would I recommend the Kabuki brush from Dior? I think it's number 17. No, for that reason, no. But I like the fact that this can be covered, and when I'm using it out and about, I know my makeup bag or anything else is not going to get ruined by the product that's kind of left on this. So that's it. They are my brushes. They're nice and clean. I don't want to use them because they just get back to being dirty, but this is them, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope that if you had your eye on any of these brushes, that this has helped you make a decision as to whether or not you want to invest in them, because they're not cheap, guys. These are not cheap brushes, but they do last a long time, bar some of them that shed. But yeah, they're definitely good investments. If you keep them clean and you look after them, they should last you for years. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys. Bye.